Super Cool Radio.
Hello everyone, I am Matthew Thomas coming at you live from Michigan Metal Fest.
Let's go.
It is, well, it's been a soaking wet day to say the least. My guest this time, he is the lead vocalist of Redefining. Please welcome Jordan Caparell.
Appreciate you, sir. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you so much for being here. A little bit of a downer. Unfortunately, your set got cut today, but I really appreciate you taking the time for an interview.
No problem. Any chance I get, man. Be on camera, something like that. Any chance I get our name out there, perfect.
Plus, you get to hang out with me, so it's fun.
Exactly. And like I said, we both wore purple.
Yeah.
Great choice.
We did not plan this. It just happened.
Great minds think alike.
Exactly. Also, purple is my favorite color. So.
Exactly. Hey, mine too. Let's go.
Awesome.
That's dope.
Dude, Prince is badass.
Yeah. And the rain, purple rain. Loving it. There's a bright side to it.
So, a lot of connections here on Super Cool Radio. So I did want to talk about first you joining Redefine. That came about 2 years ago in 2020. How'd you join the band, and did you have any reservations about joining the band?
I joined them. I knew Dustin, the drummer. I've known Dustin for years through other bands I was in, and anybody around our area in South Carolina, if you know Dustin Snow, because he puts bands together. He's made many bands and stuff like that. But I knew him through the scene. Well, it came up that their vocalist was leaving, and so I asked my wife, and because it takes time away from her, and my son, and I was like, "Are you cool if I do this?" Because I know these guys got their head on right. It's difficult when you're in a band. Everybody has to come together at some point. You got to have some form of everybody putting in their dues, their money and stuff. And I knew these guys had been around for 8 years before I even joined, so I knew that they were loyal dudes. I knew they were good dudes, and I was like, "I'm gonna do this." And it's been ever since then. That was it. My wife okayed me, and I was like, "Let's go. Let's get it."
Well, I'm very happy you did join the band, and I met your wife at the merch table.
Oh yes.
Very lovely person.
She's awesome.
Oh, definitely.
I'm paid to say that. No.
But I did.
She helps out a lot though. She's running the merch stuff. It was crazy because they got a front man and they also got a merch woman. Because any chance she gets, she's there running it, bro.
Total package.
She works it.
So for you, for joining Redefine, they have a very unique style to them, that they don't really fit into really any genre, and that's what I really love about them.
Yep.
I heard of you guys because of our other Super Cool Radio DJ, DJ JC. He spun you guys. I'm like, this I could dig.
I appreciate that, by the way. Thank you very much.
Of course. So do you think that helps Redefine stand out, since you guys don't really fit into a genre?
Yeah, we it's something we kind of pride ourselves on, because we've got this old school sound, back to Limp Bizkit, Korn, Deftones era, but we're not copying them, we're not trying to redo Deftones or newer shit like Chevelle or something like that, but we got kind of lumped in with nu metal, and because the way they sounded before, the two guys before me, they were supreme rappers. They could rap very well, so their sound with nu metal, I can see how they got lumped into it. And I do a little bit of rapping and stuff like that. But I love the whole creative style, because we've talked about even writing a country song, just to throw it out there. We might be working on something acoustic. We got some wild stuff, but we don't want to be put in a box, With a name like Redefine, you're supposed to redefine music. That's what people are gonna, associate. They're gonna be like, and then if we sound like some regular stuff you hear, they're like, this isn't redefining anything. So we just try to, I don't know, whatever we feel, we just connect. It's weird. They put a song together. I come in with words, and it's been crazy how well it clicks. We met the right people. That's all it was.
And I'm really happy for that, and for you guys to continue to do different styles of music, but also make it your own as well.
Yeah.
I see the nu metal vibe. I see some even modern rock in there as well.
Yep.
And that's what I think is really cool, because I never know what you guys are going to do, and I don't know if you guys ever know what you're going to do. But
We don't. We never know. We're flying by the seat of our pants, man. We're constantly trying to make ourselves better. We just want to stand out a lot. And
I think that really helps, especially nowadays, because you know, not to knock any like bands, but you see like a lot kind of have like a similar style.
Yeah.
So when I hear something fresh, something different, like I'm really intrigued.
Usually when you get, you know, with a lot of bands out there that are on the radio and stuff like that, they're, when you hear the name of the band, you know what you're pretty much going to get. And that's that, like I said, with the whole uniqueness, we try to, like, of course we've got some stuff that might, oh, that sounds kind of like this, you know, but also we put our own spin. We try to. Wait, somebody told us when we were doing the new album, they were like, we asked them like, what do you think? And they're like, well, it's redefined. And it's like, makes sense. He's like, not in a bad way, I promise. But it was it's a whole. That's one thing I love about it is the different, like, just not sticking to regular cookie cutter, I guess.
I think that really helps, especially nowadays, to really stand out. Now, for you, do you have a favorite song to perform live?
Probably No More Heroes.
That's a good one.
It connects. Like, I wrote it about my father, who passed away. October will be 3 years since he passed away, and it gets me. Like, I'm not good about letting out my feelings, I guess. And being on stage, that song in particular gets out a lot of stuff. And like then to talk to people later, and then, like, them tell me their stories and stuff like that. Like, I never thought talking about keeping my father around my neck. I never thought about other. Of course, I don't think I'm the only person, but I never thought it would move a lot of people. Like, somebody had some dog tags one time. They're like, "This is my grandfather's" and stuff. And it's just been, so that song right there lets me get a lot out. It's probably one of my favorites. Either that or Images. That's the one we open with, and it's just out the gate, you know, because it's all about equality. And I preach that in every way I can when it comes, because like none of us asked to be here, you know, like. So Images and No More Heroes for sure. It's a tie.
I really like the meanings behind those songs, and especially for your father as well, because I think that aspect, it doesn't have to be a father, it could be a loved one, but people like they have interesting ways of like remembering them, like wearing dog tags or other kind of
tattoos.
Yeah,
I got a guitar right there on the side of my arm. I got my grandmother. She died like 2 months before him, and I got I can't even think of the name of it right now. A dulcimer that she gave me. So like I keep those as tokens as well. You know, everybody's got loss, and so it connects. And I know some people don't get up there on stage and do this kind of stuff. They'd rather listen. And so if it can get their emotions out, make you feel. The main thing about musicians is like you want to make music that makes people feel the way you feel when you heard something. You know, like the first time you heard a Bring Me the Horizon song or something like that. Like if that's what you're into, and like when you heard that, you're like, oh, that's what you want to give to other people. You want to give them, heart boners, I guess.
Well, I really like how you said that, but it's connecting with people because like to me, music should connect people.
Without them, we're nothing. We're just four dudes playing in our garage, pretty much, or in our shed. And without people, we're nothing. And so like we try to connect as much and through music and in social media, at shows. We try to talk to anybody and everybody because you got to have them.
Exactly, and I think that I know some people may get lost, they may forget about it, but the fans are a huge aspect of music because, as you said, you guys just be on a stage playing to nobody, in your garage playing to nobody. So you need the fans, and it's cool that you get to connect with them in many different ways.
Oh yeah, every way I can.
So I got an interesting question. I think I know your answer, but since this is a season 4 opener, I do have a new question.
All
right. So if you recorded what you consider to be the most perfect album, but it was never released, would you be content knowing you recorded it, or would you want it released?
I'd probably that's hard because like you want people to hear your stuff. It is a business to a lot of people and stuff, but I guess honestly I'd try to keep it. Like if it never was released, it wouldn't hurt me, I don't think. Because like it means something to me. I love listening to our music, and if nobody else liked us, like that's what blows me away when people come to shows and they're like, I like your music and I like this, and it's just like I wrote this for me. And to have to have people feel that's the biggest thing ever. Like I've had people message me and stuff like that about just different things of how music's helped them and how our music's helped them, and so that's really cool. But if I never had to release it and like I recorded my perfect album, I'd be content with it, knowing that I did it myself and I had it for myself. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I like that answer. I like the reasoning behind it. It's always interesting. It's a new question for this season because I'm always interested, like in the music. This is a music podcast.
Oh yes.
So I'm always interested, like the art behind the music,
of course,
the creativity and the inner workings of it.
Yep.
So, but I do really appreciate your time. You know, and even with your second and cut that you were able to do this interview, I really appreciate.
Hey, I appreciate you, man.
Of course, I hopefully I do get a chance to see you guys live. I know I got some great shows.
We're coming back
up.
around with Head PE on tour. Where
Oh, nice.
it's not as close. I think our closest we get to here is like Illinois, Ohio.
Okay.
We get around in that area, Iowa, Nebraska. But we got like it's on our Facebook and everything. It's like starts in Iowa, South Dakota, comes through Illinois. But it's like it's the first 2 weeks with Head PE, so that's gonna be dope.
Nice.
Well, I think we fit in well with their style, you know. So that we're excited because we've been listening to these guys since we were in school, man, and that's a long time ago. Like, so it's really cool.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to see Head PE live yet, but everyone who I've talked
They put
to,
on a show, man.
they say they can throw down.
He's an older guy, but he still throws down hard. And we're honored just to be a part of it because, like I said, our music's gonna go real well, I think.
So obviously, last thing before we sign off. So obviously, you got the tour with Head PE coming up. So what are the rest of the plans for Redefined for the rest of this year and looking into 2023?
Head PE tour starts September 9th, or no, actually for us, August 31st, because we have in Iowa with Dropout Kings, Heartsick, who's playing here. That show's gonna go crazy, but that's our start of the tour without Head PE, and then the next night we're in South Dakota with Head PE. But the tour with Head PE, and then we're gonna record our newest album in November, I believe. We're going back in the studio for that. And we might have a couple shows here and there and stuff like that. But 2023, we're looking to tour more for sure and probably push this album once it's ready. We want to maybe possibly go out on a tour, headlining tour, pushing our album. We don't know if we're big enough for that, you know, because like a lot of people don't know us. I mean, yeah, we're kind of big at our hometown, sure. But like when you get on the road, that's when it's a test. And so we might try to push a headlining tour, but I don't know if we're completely ready. You know, we could possibly be playing to nobody, but it's something you got to do. It's driving 11 hours to not play at all. So I mean, it's a way of the game.
It is definitely a game.
Yes.
You win some, you lose some.
We had all our stuff set up, and they're like, "Nope." I was like, "It's cool." Not bummed.
But I'm glad you had the opportunity to do this interview with me. I had a great time chatting.
I
with
appreciate you, man. I'll talk forever. I'm bad about it.
Hey, that's all right. Hey, maybe we could do another one sometime.
For sure.
Maybe in a little better
When
weather.
we come back around,
Oh,
you
yeah.
get to actually see us and everything. Most definite. Hopefully, we'll be back.
All right. Well, if anyone's interested, where can they check out Redefine online?
Redefined is everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, of course, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon Music. If you type in Redefined and make sure you spell it wrong, don't put the last E in there. It's like REDEFIND. And you'll find everything on us immediately.
Please check out Stream Sport. Give a like to Redefine. See them live when you can. For Jordan, lead vocalist of Redefine, I'm your host as always, Matthew Thomas. Thank you so much for watching live Super Cool Radio here at Michigan Metal Fest.
Let's go.
Stay frosty.
Thank you.